Yo guys, this is Akash, and here today I am presenting a short video on one of the life lessons that I've learned from playing chess. And before we get into this, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps increase my exposure and it gets the video out in front of other people that might be interested in this type of content. But today I'm here to present just a game that I had a couple of days ago, and it's sort of inspired by some of the stuff that are transpiring right now. Uh, Life is just basically really crazy for everyone right now. The coronavirus pandemic is forcing everybody in lockdown, and in addition to that, within the United States, a lot of cities are rioting right now due to the murder of George Floyd in Minnesota, which was terribly, terribly tragic. But I mean, shit's hitting the fan right now in a lot of cities, and it's causing a lot of unrest. And so sometimes in situations like this, it can be really hard to kind of filter through the noise and filter through the mess and try to figure out what to do when things are going so badly. And so hopefully this game kind of exemplifies some of these themes and maybe will get you thinking a little bit differently about how to maybe approach your day-to-day. I'm black here, and I'm on the black side of the Sicilian Dragon Yugoslav attack, which is known as White's most challenging response to the Yugoslav. And if you've ever played the Sicilian Dragon before, you know that this is a very scary test to meet. Oftentimes, White has a very deadly kingside attack and is able to checkmate black quite quickly. So you have to really have nerves of steel to play the dragon. And so here I felt somewhat uncomfortable, but at the same time I thought that I should be better here just because I am up a pawn and I felt like I had everything under control, but there was this fog of uncertainty, if you will, that was kind of clouding some of my judgments here. And right now, White is just immediately threatening to take the knight on h5, and then once the king gets opened up after recapturing, there might be mate threats with this other rook coming into the action. It can get very scary quite quickly. So I play rook h8 to just defend the knight. My opponent captures. I capture back. And queen d2. Now the idea behind queen d2 is to capture the rook on h5, again opening up my king and potentially setting up some mating tricks. Also, queen d4 is up in the air right now. And after queen d4, if I have to play f6, then all of a sudden my pawn structure is a little bit more vulnerable, and then White might be able to decisively attack the king. So I spent some time. You can see that I had 6.5 minutes on my clock here. I spent some time trying to figure out what to do, and I ended up choosing rook a h8 to fortify this rook on h5. After, if White were to capture back, I would just take, and then hopefully I should be very safe in that position. And I calculated White's response here, queen d4. But admittedly, it's a little bit scary at first glance. If I play king h7, White could do rook takes h5, and then this king's safety is again under question. King g8 might be met by something like queen d8 check. It's not so easy at first glance, but I did see that I had a good response here. And I saw this before I moved rook a h8. I played e5. And so the point is, I'm attacking White's queen, but I'm also threatening to take this rook. So black takes with the pawn. Not taking with the queen because we could just exchange queens. And then rook takes h1. Now the point here is it looks quite scary after White's move e6, which I did see in the game. And I still felt that I should be good here, but I will admit that seeing this move over the board, even after having calculated it, made me kind of second guess myself. And just to show an example of a variation that could be played, if I play king f8, white has e7 check. And now I have to take this. King takes e7. And then queen d6 check. King e8. Queen b8 check. King e7. And then white has a repetition here. There's nothing better to do for me than just repeat the position. So this would be a draw, which is not what you want if you think that you're better here. So I ended up playing king g8, which is what I had calculated previously. But, you know, it did take a little bit of time, 4 minutes 19 seconds to 2 minutes and 42 seconds for this time control. You have to be kind of confident in what you're seeing. And this goes back to the theme of what we were talking about at the beginning. You know, when shit feels crazy and things are looking really tough, the best thing that you can really do is just stay calm, trust in yourself, be confident, and just keep going, keep moving forward. That's the best thing that you can do. And so, king g8, e takes f7, king takes f7, queen c4, king f8. And this is exactly what I saw in my calculations. Now the point is that there are no other checks for white to deliver here. In fact, the bishop on f5 covers the c8 square quite nicely. The queen on a5 covers d8, but it also covers b4 and c5. So all of these entry points are covered up, and now I'm just up a rook. So through all of this smoke and commotion, I've ended up in a completely winning position. So rook takes h1, rook takes h1, and the game doesn't last much longer, so I'll just play the moves. King h8, no more checks, and then checkmate on e1. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that game, and I hope maybe you'll take this lesson somewhat seriously. You know, there's going to be bad stuff that happens pretty much till the end of time. You can't really have good without the bad. And I think the point that I'd like to instill is that you should just really stay calm, make sure that your mind is clear, and do your best to just keep going, keep on going. And then things will get better eventually. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can also check me out on Twitch. My channel is Akash, Aakash. So twitch.tv/Akash will get you there. And I also do have a Twitter account that's at Akash Meduri, AAKAASHMEDURI. So you can follow me over there and, you know, see what I tweet about. Okay, guys, thank you so much, and until next time, peace.